Hi guys, hope you're doing well and in high spirits. Thank you so much for being here. So much gratitude to you for that. Let's go ahead and set our intention. I ask that this reading with these tools be accurate, specific, and bring blessings to everyone involved. Angels, please help me to stay centered in my higher self so that I may clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine messages that you impart through me in these tools. Please give me the confidence to understand, trust, and follow through with your messages. Thank you and amen. All right, so this is a collective reading for the collective here, and it is timeless. So anytime you come across it and the message resonates, it's for you, regardless of the time it was made. If the messages don't resonate, if something creates tension, doubt, lack, limitation, or anything heavy inside your mind, body, heart, please throw it away, reject it. It is not for you today. These readings, they can make you emotional, but for the most part, they should be a lightness to them. When the message is resonating for you, it should be lighting you up, making you feel lighter, or a release, not so much of like a weight, okay? So please pay attention to that. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin. For the collective watching this video, what messages do we have? Please and thank you. For the collective watching this video, thank you. Okay, so we have cracked open coming through. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. This feels like big changes. Nerves feel a little raw today, maybe a little bit, or whenever you're watching this, but a little bit revealing a lot that is in you. So an energy of surrendering there to the internal as well, with that moon energy, surrendering to the rawness in you, even observing it without judgment. Just, yes, I do have this trigger or this negative piece of me, or this has been challenging or difficult, but it is part of me and I accept it, and it is still beautiful. All of me, all of what I am is beautiful in some way, and it's kind of that surrendering of putting judgment or label on what you are or what you're feeling. We also have with that, which does support this message, big picture thinking. This is Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas. So also creative outlets for some of that cracked open energy, for some of the internal nerves that are showing through, kind of that. This is like a very creatively charged energy of expression, creative expression, and ideas that could be coming to you now that are very much given by your ancestors and by the star people, and by the energies that be, a kind of a higher knowing or wisdom, as we might look at it as such. And then we also have Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor. Look at that. Did we not just say? See the light by staying grounded. So there's a recommendation to stay grounded there, so they can better assist you and you can better assist you. Right? Okay, beautiful beginning energy. Let's go ahead and let's just jump right into the tarot, actually. The crystals feel really talkative today. I don't normally talk or meditate with the crystals too much, but I notice they have a really alive energy today where they just really want to speak. So let's dive into the tarot, but also let's just check out if this crystal has anything to say, because it was a little bit of a feeling there. For the collective watching this video, do you have any messages for them, please? Astounding, outstanding work, outstanding work. You are by far, something about far from trivial. Your actions, your commonplace actions, are far from trivial. It's like saying the small things that you do that feel like they don't mean anything, or they do. They mean so much. In fact, each breath in and out means so much. Each step you take, and action you make, and thoughts you perpetuate, it means a lot. It means something. It leaves a footprint. And that footprint paves a path. And that path you've made, others will follow. New pathways are being made all the time. Which pathways do you want to walk, to take? Extra sensory knowledge and perception is a gift unto your being. Do not, or you need not be afraid of it. It is part of evolution. The human experience is an experience of evolution and of awakening, of waking to new levels, to higher levels as you progress and evolve. Do not worry about controlling or overseeing the progression. Instead, put focus on your inner earth, inner world, and become more conscious, become increasingly conscious of each small movement, each moment. Be conscious of your movements, of how you interact with the present moment. You will find all of time exists within one present moment. You may, one is not so applicable because it has no count. The moment has no count, but I digress. This crystal has a whole voice. So it even says, stop referring to me as a crystal. I am all of eternity. I am all of everything and nothing in the same, just as you. So, coffee machine. There's an example. Somebody at their coffee machine in the morning, pushing the buttons and getting everything ready so that they can move on and get through and, to the next thing and eventually drink the coffee to assist them with their day. But if we were to actually be present in the process of each movement we made, even for just this one event in our day of making coffee, or for some tea, or whatever your drink of choice is. But let's say that you are making it at home. The consciousness of the filling with water and the pot on its plate and the buttons pushed and the getting of the mug out of the cupboard, placing that on the table, and the process of waiting. All of this is an opportunity, a chance, an opportunity to be present. This is where big change, progress, movement, the words of excitement for humankind is made. This is where it's made. In the consciousness, the level of consciousness in each moment, the level of presentness within each moment. This is key in awakening. To understand how you affect each thing around you in each moment. To understand where your garbage goes. To understand your state of being. Also, I see the pentagram being drawn here. Your state of being in the present moment. This moment is more impactful than any before it or any after it. It is the moment of impact now, here and now. One of the most important messages Okay. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much. And we will probably talk with the crystals more often. Thank you. They have a lot of really direct things to say. Okay. Thank you. Angels, spirit teams, guides, crystal energy, ancestors. We're looking for messages, please, today for the collective watching this video. Messages that they would benefit from hearing or knowing, please, and thank you. Thank you. I hear nothing was ever broken or lost. This is about making change. Change is being made. You've made change. You changed your routine, your habits. This message about the present moment is actually very applicable to you in your life because you've made changes. Even if they are small changes, you've made them. And this is shifting your perspective, shifting the way you view certain things that you've left behind, walked away from, abandoned, or sacrificed, released, etc. It's shifting your perspective on that. It's shifting the source of your flame as well. It's the thing that ignites you, the passion. It's like some of you are finding a new source. You're recognizing multiple sources for that. And for some of you, this feels like an obstacle, rightfully so. However, it's an opportunity, if you see it as such, an opportunity to cultivate more ground, more traction, more of what it is that you want to see in your reality. In fact, the obstacle or challenge before you, the terrain looks a lot different the closer in you get. We're still channeling a bit, so apologies for the strange flow, but this mountain here, for example, looks away from this perspective. It looks a certain way, but the closer in we get, the more the landscape becomes the journey, and the less we recognize the mountain, but the step in front of us, each step in front of us. So definitely creating some options for yourself. Whatever you've left behind or walked away from, and recognized that in fact it's not about broken, wrong, or bad, and nor that you did the wrong thing. Whatever you left was the right change for you to make because it's opened you up to different options in your life, to different perspectives, and it's cleared a lot of the heaviness. There's a lightness coming through here. There's a new terrain, a new maze being presented, but it's of a nature that is illuminated. What else for the collective, please, and thank you. Thank you. Yes, this is, for some of you, a sudden change with the Tower card out there. Could be a change that you've been working on creating in your reality for a while that has finally shown up because of your own decision to take action. Perhaps for some of you, even though I don't feel this message as strongly, there is a chance that some of you waited. You didn't walk away from something, so it was taken for you, to assist you to be on the path you've been asking to be on. But I feel the stronger message here is that you made the decision, and now things have shifted and adjusted to support the change that you've been asking for. And this brings with it, if you notice the reflection of the two lightning bolts in both of these cards, the Tower is translating itself to the Ace of Swords. So it's a very positive tower. It's not like a scary, it can feel intense, but it's not a negative or a, horrific tower moment from what it feels, because it's really, really bringing in this divine wisdom, knowing, awakening, and this new perspective. Here, this is definitely an activation, an awakening, and a more beneficial way to view the world for you in your progress. It's something that you've been wanting, and it's clarified it, and it comes in the form of this tower in the physical, but that is the reflection of the new perspective, of the new beginning outwardly, because everything that happens internally is reflected outwardly, So it's really ushering in a very positive beginning with it. And there's a lot of beginnings energy in the collective today as a whole. So that also makes a lot of sense. Again, we say today, but it's fine whenever you see this. Okay, is there anything else for the collective? Please and thank you watching this video. Thank you. Clarify, please and thank you. This feels like some of you feeling a little bit unstable or uncertain in your own power and your own self because of this new beginning. Just like a baby when it learns to walk, or when we're acquiring a new skill, or finding a new source for our creative outlet, or a new source for our business, or how we function in relationships, how our relationship works with ourself. Anytime we are looking for new ways or coming into new ways of being, we can feel a little bit off our game sometimes, a little bit like unsure, like we're now a novice in this field or whatever it might be. Even though we're probably not a novice, we probably have a lot of soul memory around it. It still is this feeling where we don't fully feel that empowerment and that see those options and feel like that queen that we might have felt like in something that we were used to, so that again is also not a negative message. It's just a feeling. But what's beautiful is a lot of very powerful renewed motion is being made, a lot. And look at this, there's that pentagram or the star that we were feeling from the crystal there. So protection, that really indicates you're protected at this time. We're always protected to a degree, but I want to say there's a protection around your financial world. For those of you who've made a big leap, especially into like a new career or a new creative source or just something very new in your life, there's some kind of protection around your strength and your financial being. And with this moon on the forehead there, it indicates that your intuition has guided this, and your intuition will always guide you right. So you've listened and listened to and honored your intuition, and that is very, very positive. We also see here the sun shining upon you, so there's some kind of recognition coming with this movement. Now, will you wake up every day and recognize this movement and feel it? No, probably not. But when you zoom out and look at the last 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months, and come summer, yes, you will see it. These little red corners here also indicate the physical manifestation of the progress and movement you're making, as well as that pentacle there. So it definitely, with all the pentacles here, is indicating new options with your financial world, with money, and stable options as well, or that your financial world is protected so that your needs at least are being met. We always have to do some kind of a physical something, of course, to cultivate that, even if it's just a meditation, but we have to do something towards that. So it doesn't just fall from the sky, or maybe for you it does, you never know, some people, but it's this concept here. Now we also have the Four of Swords in reverse, and this is the process of maturing, I feel, with this new venture. It is also with the Hermit in reverse out in this spread. I'm going to say that this is also you coming out of a stillness phase, of a phase of meditation, illumination, awakening, and coming into more action with the Chariot here. And even this Seven of Wands, see, this flame is being ignited out of what you couldn't see the way. So this Hermit in reverse tells me that you've rediscovered or are rediscovering a new source for your passion, a new thing. Let's say you always wrote songs, hypothetically, it doesn't matter what it is, but wrote songs about relationships that went bad, and that was the source of your passion, was relationships. And now you're finding a new source, maybe not even towards music, but maybe something else now inspires you more than that old story to write those songs. It's that concept. And the thing is the journey there, the action towards it has been very hidden, but clarity is being presented here, movement as well. So we're kind of coming out of this rest, this healing, the inner child, this meditative awakened state, and coming into the reignite, but in a new way of passions. Let me get a further message on this Four of Swords in reverse, please, and thank you. This also indicates your peace or your stillness has been a bit interrupted by this change. It's brought you into the physical world more strongly than you were. But again, it's a positive thing in the ultimate overlook. Clarify that, please, and thank you. I also notice we have a lamb, like a baby lamb here, and we have almost like a fawn, daughter of pentacles here in reverse. So it also, again, indicates this maturity, or this kind of like a leveling forwards, a leveling up in a way that you're making when it comes to your, I feel like a lot of this is business, but your world in general, just your life, the way it runs. So that to me looks like maturity, which is awesome. Okay. Anything else to say for the collective watching this video, please and thank you. Anything else to add to this energy update? Spirit, any relevant messages, please and thank you. Yeah, there's a certain guardedness that is dissolving. You're becoming a little more open, a little less scarce. In this particular instance, it feels like you've been afraid to make certain actions out of like a scarcity mindset before in the past. But this new level, this awakening and these shifts and these changes is definitely bringing you out of an energy of being very, very guarded with your action, and being a little more daring, a little more risky. You might be taking leaps of faith, taking risks, gambles, whatever it is. But you're doing it intuitively, and you're trusting your intuition, and you're just a little less coiled up and guarded, which is awesome as well. This can also indicate that awakening energy coming through as well. Some kind of chaotic energy around you, like family, friends, arguments, negative coworkers, that's also falling off with this change moment, this tower, this shift, the new. This is falling off. It's a lessening, which is excellent, and it's because you chose to. You're choosing that. You don't want to keep going with that. So I totally feel again that is just a great message. Why are these in the reverse, please and thank you? Why are these in the reverse, please and thank you? Yeah, there's a reevaluation of priorities here, of what matters to you, of literally what justice looks like, maybe with like a family member or somebody who's hurt you. That perspective change has really shifted how you view certain things and events that have happened. Could be a mother and daughter right now also, or this kind of energy, even if it's not like a biological mother. Going through a pause of speaking because something falling out has happened, or they're not on the best of terms, or they're just not in contact right now. There's a lot of thinking about that though, a lot of thinking about this energy. And owl energy has been around really strong too. What else is this, please and thank you? I even saw a little baby owl the other night. It was so cute, or a very just small owl. It was like a little flying cat. But also really intelligent and like wise and all-knowing. While we have a lot of fathers, daughters, mothers in the reverse. And And I'm going to say here, because of how this energy is reading for me, that for some of you, or maybe even most of you, this literally is family energy. It could even be that some of you are no longer, whatever you're building or working on to be more independent, you're not depending on parental support in the 3D at all. Doesn't have to just be money, but like anything. Could also be that I feel like there's a rift. There's disagreements a little bit between the family here. It's not negative, but it's. I mean, I don't want to say it's not negative. It probably doesn't feel the best, but it isn't like huge. Like it isn't end of relationships kind of fighting. It's just like a difference of opinions. It's a not supporting. But what it's doing is it's ushering in that reevaluation even stronger of how you want things to look. Something doesn't feel fair in this situation to you. Something even feels like it's sabotaging your progress. But it's also helping you redefine things. I see a lot of rainbow energy as well. For some of you specifically, your parents could really not support your choice in sexuality, in whatever it is, if you want to transition or, same-sex relationships, whatever it is for you. They just really might not understand or support it. That's for somebody here. And that's hurtful. Also, it feels like it somehow conflicts you enough to where it might affect your building of something, how you want to make money, whatever it is. It's like it gets in the way for you. Maybe it takes your motivation away or makes you feel like it's stupid or irrelevant what you're working on. But again, that crystal message then is really important because it's so relevant what you're working on and what you're doing. And it's important for you to recognize that no matter what anybody says, not even your parents, okay? You have to listen. This is why it's so important to listen to our own intuition and to really build that language, because it's up to you to trust that and to listen to that. And you're thinking a lot about this, but you have a lot of ancestral energy, cosmic spirit realm energy around you trying to help you here, trying to guide you, little guiding lights. And they support you all the way, just so you know. So anything else, please, for the collective watching this, please and thank you. Yeah, just this will see itself through. You don't have to figure out a way to solve this situation to make everybody happy. You don't have to do anything, actually. This stagnant period itself, even though we have this new beginning, this stagnation with the family energy directly, or with this disagreement or this pause or whatever it is, it might just be like a waited out thing. Clarify, please, and thank you. And there might be quite a bit of empowerment for you in just waiting it out or not saying anything or just not really giving too much care towards it. Just maybe even staying quiet for a bit and just being in that shadow of what it is and just letting it be. There's no recommendation right now to take action towards this, actually. I mean, if your intuition tells you I need to call my mom or call my dad or whatever, whoever it is tomorrow and tell them blah, 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 then listen to that. But if you're like, this just cuts into my whole thing I'm building, what I'm doing, my world, it cuts in for what? For a difference of opinions, of them not supporting me, whatever it is for you. Okay, then don't worry about it right now. You don't need to. You literally don't need to. Clarify that, please, in the reverse. Please and thank you. And it doesn't have to be parents. It can be any kind of relationship. I see this very, the emotional bonds through the mother, daughter, father, all of this, but that can just be many emotional bonds. So the Emperor in reverse could also be like indicate a breakup, masculine energy. Doesn't have to be male, but just masculine energy that you've released as well. But I also see this today definitely indicates that your financial world is protected, especially by angels. And owls can be angels, or birds can be angels speaking, but it feels like you have protection around your financial world here. And it's angelic. And, you know, even this ending, breakup, change, whatever this emperor in reverse is, whoever this is, isn't going to actually affect this. You, even if it's the family thing, you might feel like it's going to affect your building process, but it's protected from that. It's only going to further your clarity and empowerment along your journey ultimately, even if you don't feel that. So that's just like reassurance for you that, you know, this isn't cutting in maybe as severely as it feels like it is to what it is that you are building for yourself, or to your independence perhaps. It's definitely highlighting father energy in the reverse right now. We have so many fathers out in the reverse. So really could be directly about somebody's father coming to surface right now. And we are still in Mercury retrograde, I think, until mid to the end of February. So could be old issues resurfacing. I hate to say like daddy issues, but it's like that vibe of like this drudging up of this shit that you just maybe don't really fully want to deal with, but sometimes we have to. Mostly though, I think it's just around the fact that you realize some of your perceptions and things have come from that energy, and also that they're not offering that unconditional love in the way that you are looking for it, or that validation, which means you have to validate yourself and look for your emotional needs to be met elsewhere. And that's a very complex journey. Now, of course, that's definitely not everybody's story. That's kind of a specific message. But it is here and it is strong. Anything else, please? And thank you for the collective watching this. Clarify, please, and thank you. You may be feeling a little off right now, you know, just, again, unstable footing. Like, you just, it's new territory. It's old stuff drudging up in new territory, you know? Like, you're still a baby somewhere in like a field, and you've got shit coming at you. So it's just like very vulnerable feeling. So you might feel like you doubt your manifestation, you doubt your abilities right now, or just like you're not with it. But that's okay, because look what's happening. You're rising up. You're rising up. And when you hit that clear air sky with your wings spread, you're going to realize it. Angelic energy all the way, wings all the way, rising up into the light all the way. This is the outcome. This is the journey you are on. This is why all this shit is happening. All these people, old heavy energies, all of this old heavy, chaotic action, chaos, arguments, fighting, people trying to hold you down, whatever. Angel energy, spirit energy, but you, also you, all of it, rising up. Freaking rising up. And this is, yes, this can be the resurrection of something, but this also feels like it's the birth of you, of what you've always been inside, but it's where you shed all this shit. You shed it. I mean, you could literally like go through like a stomach bug or something right now and just like poop it out for real, or throw it up, or sweat it out, like night sweats. Like, you know, sometimes we literally can expel things physically, energetically, you know what I mean? Like we expel things energetically, but through a physical way. So you never know. But this is just beautiful. Both of these are you rising up. And a lot of this is having to do with clarity as well on what action you need to take that's coming, you know? Wow, that's very powerful and profound, especially that these came out together. Beautiful, you guys. So, you know, how you feel right now, I feel like you feel calm though, despite it. Like you're not like freaking out or anything, but just some of the doubts and things, please rest assured, if this is really resonating, like just please rest assured that you are rising up into clarity. You are rising up. Yes, you are. And yeah, you're right in what you think. It's not about right or wrong, but you are right in what you think. Your parents, in their own way, or whoever it is you're dealing with, think they're right too, and they are actually. Nobody's right or wrong, but for you who we're reading for, you are right to feel what you feel. You're valid to feel your feelings. You're valid to want what you want and to, go where you're trying to go. It's valid. Just because somebody can't grasp it or understand it doesn't make it not valid, okay? Okay, you guys, I love you, and I hope to cross paths soon. Remember, you can always email me, frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com, okay? Take care, you guys. All the best. Mwah.